Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte and I am happy to present my March design team project for Artymaze. Now I went ahead and I used the same kit that I used last month for February, the William Morris kit, and I also reused oddments. Now, I don't think it's oddments. You know, I always want to say oddments. Yes, it's oddments. Now, if you haven't been over to check this out, I think I used oddments in January, maybe it was the end of last year, but oh my gosh, I love this. Look at this. This isn't even everything. This might be oddments 1 and oddments 2. I'll post the links down below. But there's stamps, there's tickets, there's cards, there's words. I mean, look at this. There is so much. I'm pretty sure I used this last year. There is so much in this kit. I am in love with this, and I find myself grabbing pages from this because it's just such fantastic ephemera. And this is not all of it. This is what I am going to be using in my next stacked envelope journal thing. But yeah, so there is some of this in there, and like I had mentioned, William Morris. But okay, to get back to the project, I wanted to do a mini journal, and I have these tins. See that? I've got 6 of these tins, and it was probably, I got them, I think in 2020, and I had never used them. And I was watching Junk Journal Joy, and that's where the inspiration for this tin journal came from, or I should say journal in a tin. So this is the outside, and this is from the Oddments kit. And what I did is I went ahead and I made a cover, and it's just got layered pieces of lace over some cotton. And then I put buttons on the side here and a button here. This is a wooden chipboard piece that says Love Life, and here is a little gypsy bell and 2 seed beads. This is a dice and some beads, and then this is just this cool charm that I get at the bead store. And I put it on a chain, and it is sewn to this. This is a piece of ephemera that I used in the snippet that I did with the spool. I had this one little piece left, and a little bit of burlap, and then here is a safety pin with 3 seed beads, and I did a little charm to go with it. Very, very vintage crochet work here. And then I put wooden beads on the ends of this seam binding ribbon. So the way that this works is this just covers the tin. This is attached. I used glue to attach this tin to this cover. And if we go inside, I left everything that so you could see all the stitching. And here is the sweet little mini journal that is inside the tin. So it is an accordion book, and the front of this little sweetie has a vintage button here. I think this is a abalone button. I want to say it's some kind of a shell button. This is a newer button. This is a piece of lace over vintage lace. There's a wooden button up here, a Tim Holtz letter, and another wooden chipboard piece right here that says Smile, and this is from the Oddments. And then I went and I made a little, I'm sorry, I know my hands are going to get in the way, but this is just so tiny. First class mail, and then I used a little Tim Holtz paper clip with a tiny, tiny little bead there. And inside of here, I hate to take that all out. Inside of here, there are pieces of oddment ephemera. Well, let's just open it so you can see this. We've got one, we've got a ticket and a number in here. And I just keep it closed with this. It is not easy to manipulate tiny, tiny little things. And there's the bead, and it fits right inside. Let me take these out. There is a cardboard piece here, and this is the William Morris in the background. So this guy goes right in here like that. Vintage piece right here, and then you've got a tiny, tiny little piece of the ephemera, and here is a stamp. Both of these are from Oddment Kit. And then I had these tiny, tiny little tags, and then here is, I don't think you can hear it. I can hear it, but little gypsy bell. So that just goes. I'm sorry, guys, about my hands. I know that it makes it really hard to see. I'm going to hold it up because it's so tiny. I know this would be easier. Vintage trim on that side. And then I had Tim Holtz. I don't know what they call this, but it's the ribbon yardstick. And little Tim Holtz little alligator clip there, and then I did a die cut there with some of the Tim Holtz embossing glaze, and this is a little Tim Holtz paper right here. This opens up so that you've got some journaling paper, and I just keep this closed with this little clip like that. And then the vintage piece of lace there. This is one of my stamps. I used a tag here, and I have a metal piece, and then I've got string of beads, and then this is the William Morris in the background. So that sits there like that. This is one of the tickets, and on the ticket I just went ahead and collaged a little piece of William Morris and put a little bit of the cardboard, corrugated cardboard there. So this just fits right in there like that. I think I put it in upside down, but you can journal on the back of that if you want. And this just slides over like that. And then on this side, I had the number 11 was sticking out, and I went ahead and I put it here with some vintage netting and some gold threads. This is the William Morris here. I used a little bit of burlap, and here are two of the tickets. Now, some of the things I put in here are Tim Holtz, and it's possible that these two little cards here in this pocket belong to the Tim Holtz collection. Safety pin here with some of this really, really pretty gold trim and 3 seed beads, and then over that I put a piece of vintage scrap lace that I had. Then on this page here, there's a scrap here, vintage piece of dictionary paper over the corrugated cardboard with a little label. Cute piece of trim there. And then this folds out so that you've got some journal space and you have some vintage dictionary paper there. And then this folds out this way, and this is William Morris right there. So very cute. And on this side, there are two pieces of ephemera here. These are from my own collection, but you've got William Morris back here. This piece here, I went ahead and used, this is from the Oddments. And so that just kind of makes a tag, or a tab, I should say. And then I strung some beads here off of some embroidery thread, and I used some of my scrap lace there as well as here. And these are Tim Holtz. And they just kind of slide right in here. I should also say that on most of this, I took the this here, which burnishes the edges of your paper. I use this a lot in this book, so I really wanted to kind of shabby everything up, vintage it up, I should say. This is the back, William Morris paper and a piece of trim. And so on this side, a pretty piece of lace. I love this fabric. This was the last little bit that I had along with this fabric that matches, and so I went ahead and I used it on there like that. And this opens up. Let me see, how did I do this? Okay, this opens up and this opens up, so you have a little bit of writing space. And here is William Morris papers. Then on this side here, we have some more of that vintage netting and trim here with a button, and some more of the gold thread. And then we have some crochet work here, and this piece right here, this is Oddments right here. This is Oddments, and then that is a pocket. And these will come out, and then you've got the William Morris there. So you've got three pieces here. This is from the Oddments. I think this is too, but I think this right here might be Tim Holtz. So that fits down in there. And you can see what I mean when I say I went ahead and roughed it all up. Hopefully you can see that right there, how that's roughed up. I really wanted it to look pretty vintage. So three little pieces in here, and then this ticket just slides right in there like that. And then on this side, that was the last little piece that I had of that fabric over the William Morris here. And then I added a Tim Holtz photo in one of these little photo corners, and then I use this ticket here, back here, so it's like a tuck. And on this side, what I did is I took one of the scrap pieces that I had left over, that was the negative of some die cuts that I had done, and I put that over the William Morris, and I used a little bit of vintage lace here and vintage trim here. And then that's William Morris, another one of Tim Holtz's photos. And I took the last little piece of the vintage lace that I had. I attached a tiny, tiny little gem to it, to this tag. So that, I have that up there because this is adds thickness, and then they just tuck back here like that, and I have them so that you can see that they're in there. And then we are back at the front again. So cute little journal. That, let's see the measurements of this, because I know I did not give you that. Had to be very careful that it would fit inside the tin. And I'll give you the measurements of the tin. This is a 4 by, really, if I go to the edge of the lace, it's a 4 by 3 and not quite a quarter. But if I go to the paper itself, it's 2 3/4. And so this little cute journal just fits nicely inside of here. Tuck her all in, just like that. And then the tin itself measures what is that, 4.5 by 3.25, and it is about 1 inch high. So what we do is we just pull this over like that, tie this off, and this would be really pretty just on a table, just like that. So I had a lot of fun with this, and I'm thinking I probably am going to make more of these because I've got the tins, and like I said, what's not to love? This is adorable. So I hope you liked my March share for Artymaze, and be sure to hop on over and check out those kits that are in the description box, along with everything else that Andrea has. And have a great day, everyone, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.